on me. Everybody ain't ready, but somebody gotta lead the sheep. The world is a jungle, lions and tigers and bears, oh my. Hey, look out for serpents and snakes. Watch out for quicksand and make sure you pray. The world is a jungle, lions and tigers and bears, oh my.
Yeah, every 4 years, you know, everybody on TV and on media and all these platforms get to talking about go out and vote, go out and vote, go out and vote, go vote. That's cool. You know what I mean? I get it. Guess it makes sense in a sense. But I kind of remember like 4 years ago, right? When everybody went out to vote, and then the person that everybody went out to vote for didn't even win. You remember that? I don't know. I feel like motherfuckers got short memories. I don't know. I just feel like, you know, people just don't be remembering what happened before. You know what I mean? Anyways, do it really even matter? I don't know if y'all know this, right? I'm a veteran. Yeah, I served. I'm an Iraqi war veteran. This is true. Facts. I'm not finna show you my DD-214 and all that, but yeah, it's real. I brought that up to say that in the Army, you're in a very privileged position to understand and see, gain perspective about how powerless the average American is. Because in the Army, you just a number. You know what I mean? Hey, you got orders, go the fuck over here. Hey, you got orders, go the fuck over here. Hey, you got orders, we finna send you across that water. Hey, you got orders. Can't really do too much about the orders. You know what I'm saying? No matter who the president is, you gotta listen to him. If you voted for that president, you voted for that president, no matter who the fuck I voted for, that's my commander-in-chief, that's who the fuck I gotta listen to. And this is what I mean by perspective, right? I was in the Army when George Bush left out of office, who was a Republican, and Barack Obama came in, who was a Democrat. You know what changed for me in the Army? You're right. You are damn right if you said not a damn thing. I don't know. I say to me what's more important is like what's going to happen if Trump's reelected, or even if we let Biden in here. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like what's going to happen? Like, is it going to get better? Is it going to get? Is America irreversibly doomed? That's a good question. I mean, it's hard to wrap your head around if you're not a historian, like if you haven't read about other civilizations and other like superpowers throughout history, you know what I mean? Because everything that goes up must come down, you know what I mean? And every superpower that ever was before now has failed before now. All right. Is Antifa real? What is Antifa? Because, like, if Antifa is short for anti-fascist, I mean, I'm anti-fascism. I ain't out here activating and shit like that and burning down shit or even marching for that matter. But I'm definitely anti-fascism. For that matter, I'm also, I think Black Lives Matter. Of course, I think Black Lives Matter. You know what I mean? But I don't fuck with Black Lives Matter as an organization. And are they the same thing as Antifa? Because I don't know. These are questions I really have. You know what I mean? Like, I really don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know if anybody's seen this before, right? I have a tattoo. Like, a lot of people ask me, like, oh, did that stand for, like, Black Lives Matter? I'm like, nah, that don't have shit to do with Black Lives Matter. You feel what I'm saying? That has more to do with Pan-Africanism and, black people's plight all over the globe. You know what I mean? Anybody who's of African descent, we should stick together, get together, and do our thing. That has absolutely nothing to do with Black Lives Matter, the organization. But I do believe Black Lives Matter, and I hope y'all following me because it's not that hard. Back to the voting. Does it really matter though? Like, I mean, to me, this is how I see things. Maybe correct me if I'm wrong. You know what I mean? Tell me in the comments. You know what I mean? Whatever you need to tell me. You feel what I'm saying? To me, it seems like what people care about more is the personality of the president, because the personality of the president gives the country a personality to the rest of the world. You feel me? Like, I feel that way. I feel like people hated Donald Trump. People hate Donald Trump, right? Because he seemed like a little bitch. He seemed like a pompous bitch, like the motherfucker who, if, like, damn, if you didn't have that money, if you didn't, you know what I mean? Like, I'll beat your ass though. Like, you don't look like you can fight a lick, you know what I mean? Like, but you always talking shit. You think you just the shit, you know what I mean? And he kind of funny, you know what I mean? Like, he just that dude. Like, he just don't give a fuck, you know what I mean? Like, he comes across as like that rich bully dude out of all of the movies who got old and still got a badass bitch, and he still drive the flyest car, and he has the best job in the world, so nobody likes him. Okay. George Bush too, like especially George Bush Jr., the Junior, like that motherfucker. Like, people didn't like him because he had the same kind of aura about him, like really arrogant. You know what I mean? Whereas, like, people kind of like George Clinton, right? People kind of like George Clinton. Now, maybe it's a Democrat-Republican thing, maybe, but I think it's a personality thing. Like, people like Bill Clinton, right? I say George Clinton. He played the saxophone, you know what I mean? Got his dick sucked. Like, he's a relatable character. You feel what I'm saying? He seemed more like the average everyday man than, Donald Trump or George Bush. You feel what I'm saying? Then we got Obama. Obama was shit just like one of the dudes. Seemed like he'll have a beer with you, play ball with you. You know what I mean? All of the good shit. You feel what I'm saying? He seemed just like he was just like one of the dudes. You feel what I'm saying? Like, like the dude who might have been a little nerdy, like the dude you probably would have cheated off his paper in school, but you still would have played ball with him after school. You feel what I'm saying? So Obama was a really, really liked president. Like, people still say, oh, Obama's still my president and shit like that. You know what I mean? This is what I think about Obama. And this is what I think about presidents, period. Right? And this is why this is why Donald Trump doesn't bother me as much as some people. I think they all racist. I think they all racist. Like, I don't think there's ever been a president that wasn't racist, that didn't have a racist agenda, or at least wasn't pushing the agenda that everybody else been pushing before they even got into office. Like, I think every president is pushing the exact same line. Whether they make it seem like they're not or whatever, the same agenda is going to get accomplished. The exact same agenda. Whether they make it look different, because if Michael Jackson and Prince sing the exact same song, they're going to make it seem like a different song. If Jay-Z raps over a beat, it don't sound like when Beanie Sigel raps over the same beat. It's personalities, but they doing the same shit. So, like, for instance, George Floyd, right? Some fucked up shit. It happened under Trump. It's fucked up. Breonna Taylor. It happened under Trump. That's some fucked up shit. Trayvon Martin happened under Obama. And George Zimmerman still walking around making money like ain't shit happened. Actually, he became a celebrity from that shit. So, what's the real difference? I'm just asking. Keeping it real. Alright, man. I'm just going to end it with this. Look. Voting matters. I'm not the most adamant of voters. You know what I mean? I'm registered. I voted before. But I will say this. I do think if you're going to vote, it's best to vote on all levels, especially city and state levels. You feel what I'm saying? And those are probably where you can affect the most change in your everyday life. But if you ask me, it's economics over everything. Group economics is the way to get yourself out this shit, to get all of us out this shit. It's all about sticking together and building our own shit up. Having our own banks, our own schools, having our own shit, our own businesses that we frequent and we go to, just like everybody else does who comes here, like the fucking Asians and the goddamn Mexicans, how they have all their own shit, their own taco trucks and taquerias and all this type of shit, and how the Asians move to a certain part of the city and they turn it to their own. Like, we got to do the same shit, and the hood ain't ours because we don't own that shit. If we owned it, then I'll fuck with it, but the hood ain't ours because most of us up in that bitch renting and staying there for motherfucking Section 8 and motherfucking, what you call that shit? Y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. But anyways, like, that shit don't belong to us. So we need some shit that belong to us. And money is power. That's the only way we're going to be able to really speak to these motherfuckers. Voting ain't going to really do shit. Because they still going to push the same line they been doing. One.